Got it.
Got him.
Yeah. Got it.
Peaceful greetings to the world.
Peaceful greetings to the world. All righty, y'all. Peaceful greetings, Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey, here in Morocco at Northwest of Maxim. How are you all? I am here with my magnificent bros.
Brother Sean, all is well.
Islam. I am Terrell Tamari Bey. I am
Islam. And also joining us, just kicking it with us, is Brother Benjamin Day.
Hey.
Islam. Peace.
Islam. So, all right, y'all. So let's just jump right into it. We want to welcome you all. As always, let me actually share with you all our 7 Hill Star Astro Calendar. All righty, so here we go, guys. So let's just take it, and always, as always, if anybody ever got it twisted, right? Let's just state for the record why you guys see this, because you guys know once I edit the thumbnail, you know, and work with Brother Sean, because he has ultimate design ideas also. So we're all going to put our minds together and start just, you know, giving you guys different thumbnails. However, I think with this one right here, you know what? This is going to be our thumbnail right here. We're going to use that for today because first and foremost, why we do what we do here at 7heelstar.com, because we were ultimately inspired. If we trickle it all the way down back to the initial inspiration, it will boil back down to over 100 years ago to El Hajj Sharif Abdul Ali, some say Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali, doing religious corporate activity being Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And that is not in a dogmatic worshiping fashion, for the record. We are honoring Prophet Noble Drew Ali because he has shared with us a mindset that we had forgotten. So we are thankful and honoring him for us having the memory and remembering and honoring our ancient foremothers and forefathers so that our days may be long upon the earth land. We are here to learn to love instead of hate. Many different social media accounts are out there, and we have many different presentations. They may seem quote unquote colorful and or entertaining to you. They may seem like, oh, whoa, what's going on here? Whoa, what's going on there, right? Shout out to Brother Corey. Brother Corey, he is actually assisting us in beautiful ways. So you guys will be seeing Brother Corey when he actually decides to come on back and show you guys what it do ski. So for right now, Brother Sean is with us. However, shout out to Brother Corey Bey. You guys make sure you go and follow at core_movement_. I think that's what his IG is. So you guys go and check that out, and One Heart Supplements. Look that up too out there on Instagram. All righty. You guys can get your, CMOS, and you guys can check out his nutrition plans and presentations on his YouTube. Also, you guys can check out a lot. Go to the 7heelstar.com About Us page. And when you scroll down, you'll see Brother Corey's bio. And you guys can click on those links. You guys can check out all of the organic, nutritional, and health and exercise plans that he has available. Back to what I was saying. That with what I was just saying is in harmony with being industrious. Prophet Noble Drew Ali has brought back and the information, the knowledge, and the truth pertaining to our nationality and birthrights. We are not Negro, Black, colored, or African American. and we're not being vulgar, evil, or mean when we're saying that to those that may identify with those terms. So with that being said, we are clear in our presentation. We are clear in our diction and our jurisdiction. We are clear in our correspondences, whether it's through email, whether it's through the post, right? Utilizing the Universal Postal Union, tax a per Q, whether we're utilizing, free shipping supplies, knowing that we do not need to be coerced into, so-called paying for postage, all types of things. And they're not based on any sovereign citizen ideas. They are completely based on nationality principles that we have been reminded of due to the memoirs and literature that have been documented and left for us to read by both Prophet Noble Drew Ali, first and foremost, and Charles Mosley Bey. So the Zodiac Constitution can be researched via online. You can go to the Library of Congress to check it out also. There are books that Brother Taj Tariq Bey has released via RV Bey Publications, which is where all of us have really got our start from, or the bulk of our information. Alrighty, as well as other places. There are other active Moors that are out there also. So that's why you see us wearing the Fathers of the Eternal Zodiac, FEZ, Fez. All right, not pinned down either. So I took this time to basically say and put out there on the forefront. This is no disrespect to any astrological communities that I may actually be member to either. Also, because at the end of the day, we know that everyone around the world knows about Moors. And if anyone has come through the womb of woman and has exited her stargate, which we know is termed vagina, you are a Moor, because you have traveled being an ovum or an egg, exiting the ovary, traveling the fallopian tube through a process called oogenesis, thus mooring yourself like an anchor, attaching to the endometrium, which lines the uterus, awaiting defibrillation from the sperm cell that was placed into a degenerate female called son by his mother. Truth. Believe nothing I say. Try to prove it wrong. When you prove it right from your research, teach your loved ones. So with that being said, with everything that we do, wherever we do on social media, anything that's said, anything that we publish, because we self-publish material also, we don't just create content digitally online for crypto purposes or NFT purposes or anything like that. We haven't really even dove into that really deep. We're sincerely sharing things with y'all and doing it organically. However, we know how to protect our rights at the same time. So that's why every presentation is all rights reserved Zodiac Constitution. Go and see what the Zodiac Constitution is, and you know what we stand on. With that being said, Islam. With that being said, we'd like to welcome y'all to the 7 Hill Star Astro Calendar for March, Aries 2021 to February, Pisces 2022. Time never was when man was not. And we are quoting El-Hajj Sharif Abdullah Ali, doing religious corporate activity. According to the back of our 101 questionnaire for Moorish Americans, some can research what Prophet Noble Drew Ali had put in an affidavit, the 805 Illinois Compiled Statute, or ILCS 110, and you can go and research the affidavit. And it is unrebutted in law. And there are proclamations that actually back what Prophet Noble Drew Ali had established. 1913. Old Canaanite Temple. However, if you remember the creature from Jekyll Island, Woodrow Wilson sold the United States Corporation when Prophet Noble Drew Ali made his claim, the Old Canaanite Temple at 1913. So Woodrow Wilson countered Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That was a counter. However, he found Brotherhood to assist him near the Chicago Corporation, Illinois State Republic, In 1925, civic organization, Moorish Holy Temple of Science. That's established. Or we gonna get into, the astro calendar. I'm just doing this to let it sink in so you know what our foundation is, everybody across the planet, everybody galactically, because we know that there are others that travel. 1925, Moorish Holy Temple of Science, a civic organization to make sure that we know civics so that we are not entrapped into unconscionable contracts, into prisons due to people using accounting practices, using Inquisition revenue services. People of the Roman Curie. So Prophet Noble Drew Ali has already established the remedy. We have to slow down and really look back and really contemplate. That's why Mercury's retrograde went retrograde at 10 degrees. 10 degrees, Aquarius is the principle of things. Princicle, the principle of things. And Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought the principles: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Period. I'm not preaching, and I'm not advocating for you to go and get with one particular organization, because Prophet Noble Drew Ali is a universal prophet and his philosophy is universal. So this is not for any organization. This is not for any one particular group. This is for the entire planet so that there is peace, so that you can stop people encroaching upon your ancestral estate. The lost tribe of Israel is both copper tone and pale skins. The pale skins are our sons and daughters. And everybody actually knows this truth. The only ones that kind of just usually doubt it and reject it are the ones that have been enslaved with the slave terms Negro, Black, Colored, African American, Ethiopian. Because Ethiopian means a thing divided. It doesn't mean the place next to Somalia. Because that place is actually Abyssinia and not Ethiopia. 1925, Moorish Holy Temple of Science. Prophet Noble Drew Ali had that established according to the laws of the state pertaining to Illinois or Illinois State Republic. However, per the requirements pertaining to the state secretary, who at that time being Lewis Lincoln Emerson, born December 23rd, 1863, near the Albion Corporation, Illinois State Republic. Do the research. And as you can see, if you can see my camera, I'm not reading off anything. I'm looking right at y'all. I'm not reading off anything. I'm just going off my mind. 1925. However, in 1928, according to the requirements pertaining to State Secretary Lewis Lincoln Emerson, Moorish Holy Temple of Science adopted as its corporate name, Moorish Science Temple of America, to do religious corporate activity per an affidavit, according to the laws pertaining to 1872, Public Law 1872, if I'm not mistaken. However, you would have to go and reference the 805 ILCS 110 and see for yourself. And this is why we do what we do. We are not religious fanatics. We are not dogmatic fanatics. We wear our fez in honor of mother, even if our biological mothers, some of us, may not comprehend. However, we have comprehended that we are freeborn master masons and Eastern stars and cannot be made over again by any membership of any organization, period, for the record. Because we come through our mother's womb and there's nobody higher than I and our mothers. And these are civilization principles that are universal across the entire planet, and they resonate throughout the galaxy. And I am not being fanatical or imaginary or sci-fi, whatever. Be not offended if you are. Thank you for hearing what you heard. You may exit. Anybody else, please hit like, please hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. it ain't like we got a bunch of subscribers, so we ain't getting checks off of this. So, you know, if you want to get us to 1,000 so we can start doing that, that's up to y'all. We just been sincerely doing this as a community service for real, for those that's gonna really pay attention. So for those that's hearing, those that's here, that's cool, right? So now that I've done that, let's move on to our testimonies, our diverse testimonies from the 20th to the 26th January 2022. All right, so we giving diverse testimonies for each day. Brother Sean has Thursday and Tuesday. I have brother Terrell has Friday and Monday. I have Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. So let me actually go forward and show y'all that. So again, we give honors to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Islam. All right. And yeah, when y'all hear us say Islam, is this what it means? I self-law am master, and that's for all mothers. And when I say mothers, I mean the female mind, period. Anything that is manifested in the flesh that is female, that is mother. All right. And I'm speaking manifested naturally. All righty. Now, anything, you know, when I say sons, that's anything that's manifested naturally, you know, being born a degenerate female, you know, and the degenerate female being male. That's the male mind, because man overall is mind, period. Believe again, nothing we say, research it yourself. Check the etymology pertaining to words that we utilize. All right. Now, this is going to be Freestyle Wednesday for myself and brother Terrell. We're going to just go off of what we see. We're going to read. We're going to go off of insight and intuition. And Brother Sean is going to show y'all his adept skills in his report writing. However, we actually all follow the 7 Hill Star protocol that we are certified to do via our 7 Hill Star protocol workshop. And so we are all certified via 7hillstar.com astrology firm. Basically, everything is under the umbrella of the Moorish Divine and National Movement. So we actually are in harmony and in unity with any and everyone that is in harmony and unity in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. However, the foundation being pure heart, be sincere intent, be love, be honor. And for us, we have at the forefront of our minds pertaining to that foundation, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. All right. That's just it. That's all. So that's the public announcement. That's what it is. All right. So, you know, if anybody in disagreement with that, like, you got to take that up within your own journey. Go within self, you know, go within, go east, which is within, and, you know, resolve that. All righty. While we, you know, we going to complete our mission in assisting, uplifting, fallen humanity, which is ourselves first and foremost. And then we can, you know, assist others. You know, we're going to, you know, pour into our glass so we can overflow, like we're doing right now. All right, so we're going over again, pardon me, the 20th. I am seeking to zoom in. I want to zoom. Can I zoom? Okay, there we go. All right. So the 20th, 21st, 22nd. All righty. So that will be Brother Sean, Brother Terrell, and I. All righty. And then I for Sunday on the 23rd. Brother Terrell for the 24th, Brother Sean for the 25th, and I will conclude with the 26th. All righty. And we will adjourn until the 27th, where you will see us. All righty. Next cycle. All right. So that's what we're going over in our diverse testimonies to give you a full synthesis and or delineation, as it said, full synthesis or delineation is what we will end up with when you compile every testimony that we have given pertaining to the 20th to the 26th. All right. So now let's go back here and I stop the screen share. All right. So let's get it going. Let me get the screen share up for this screen here. All righty, y'all. So I am here, and Brother Sean is going to get started. You all, and guys, remember, we're doing our testimonies from the calendar, and the calendar, since it's been set for near the Baltimore Corporation, Maryland State Republic, you guys can be able to get an idea of why the chart looked exactly like this. So I know if you're somewhere else on the planet, you'll get a different perspective to when the transits that we have here actually happen. So that's also things that we actually go over in our classes. You go to 7heelstar.com, you can access those things there. And if you like, give your LMOs night tuition. However, we are running a campaign where we're doing a lot of kind of like pop-up workshops, presenting on different people's lives, just giving information. We're just doing different things, for people like that. So when you actually see, and get to know who we are and see what it is that we do, we guarantee you guys won't hesitate and will not be upset with sharing your energy, so that you can get much, much more from us, because we have a lot of things archived for you guys, and you will not be disappointed with the plethora of things that we have. All righty. So here we go. I yield the floor to you, Brother Sean. Islam.
Islam. All right. So we have the sun appearing to rise Thursday, January 20th, 2022 at 07 hours, 26 minutes, 59 seconds, or 7:27, 12th house. So, maybe get you a good stretch, some breath work when you first rise up, if you happen to wake up during that time. And then we'll get to my first transit. It'll be Luna trining. Luna trining Mars. All right, so let's see where we at. 26 degrees. All right, so we have Luna here in the 9th house at 26 degrees, 58 minutes Leo, trining Mars at 26 degrees, 58 minutes Sagittarius in the 1st house. I will bear testimony as to shining the inner subconscious light with the intention to expand higher learning ambitions. And so when I say that, it's just letting that inner light shine with Leo, the moon being in Leo, as we all want to shine. And with Mars being, the planet of drive and ambition, higher learning, it's just letting that light show. Whether and what kind of way or form that would be, and just being yourself. And I'll yield on that one. We'll get into the next aspect, and will be Luna moving into Virgo. And that is at
one moment, brother. Hold on, I hit the wrong button. My apologies. 2 seconds.
Islam.
Was that a moon void course there too?
See.
Yeah, it's like 5 hours and 47 minutes.
57 minutes, yeah. So yeah, that was also the moon that went void of course, moving out of Leo into Virgo for 5 hours and 57 minutes. So now we have Luna ingressing or entering into Virgo in the 6th house.
I think it was 47, but you good. I think it was 5:47. Yeah, but you good. You good.
All right, and I'll bear testimony for this as a time to organize, reorganize, and cleaning out anything mentally and physically that needs to go. A good time to finish some old projects, change up or fix some current ones that you got on, or start a new one with fresh ideas and new outlook. And I will yield on that for that testimony for Luna ingressing Virgo. And that was at 09 hours, 1 minute. And then for my final the last transit 4 of the day is for Luna at the second house at 4 degrees, 43 minutes Virgo, sextiling, actually, no, my bad, excuse me, reflecting or opposing Jupiter at 4 degrees, 43 minutes Pisces in the 8th house. And I will bear testimony as to flipping personal finance through other people's resources, reflecting on thoughts of personal values, priorities, and income in order to get clarity on how to expand via the mysteries of finances, loans, and properties.
Interesting.
That, and then the sun will set at 17 hours, 8 minutes, or 5:08 for those who use the other time for that day. And I yield the floor.
Islam. So we're moving on to the holy day, right? Moving on to the holy day. It's Friday, January 21st. Oh, yeah, January 21st. Right? Yeah.
Hold on, pardon me. My apologies. I put
You're good. January 21st, 1442. Right. What am I doing? Okay, whatever. Sunrise is at 7:26, right? As you see, top right corner, 7:26, 24 seconds to be exact. So we can move on to the first aspect. I think it's the moon trine Uranus, moon's in Virgo, as we have just been informed, and we'll trine Uranus, 10 degrees 49 minutes. That will be the aspect, if I am not mistaken. The moon will go into the 8th house, I think. The moon will go into the 4th. That's a trine, 120 degrees, as you know, or as you should know at this time. Yeah, moon in the 8th, Uranus in the 4th. Look at that, no 6th house this time. It's great. So other people's territory.
Hey, yo.
Other people's territory. That's the theme I've been given, the 2nd house and the 8th house lately. So 2nd house is your territory, 8th house will be the other person's territory, whoever we're considering. And you know, the Virgo is there, so it could be a mutable sign, or actually a Virgo or a Gemini.
Hold on, brother. I'm trying to get this. Hold on. I'm having some Mercury retrograde and Aquarius type of energies going on here. 2 seconds.
Good.
Hold on.
One's in the 8th, right. Uranus in the 4th.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you clearly. All right. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't having technical difficulties on the phone device. You know what I mean? Because I got the syncing thing in with the calendar. But anyway, continue, bro.
Okay. I am continuing. So the moon's in the 8th, like I said, 4 times now. Right? Uranus in the 4th. This is interesting. This is in the morning, so the sun hasn't risen yet, as you see. However, the energy, as I always tell you, will be, displaying itself throughout the cycle, right? So with that moon being in Virgo in the 8th house on the holy day at 5:27, or 527 minutes. It's just really being open to change, really purifying yourself, right? Because it's time to basically let go of what is hindering, but that's a self-inflicted thing that I'm speaking of, though. So it's a mental process that needs to be let go. So you can get to the next level. Let's just put it like that. Definitely going to be some very unique change within the house, within the home. So be open for that. This is like very philosophical energy. So it's like you should definitely get into your studies and do your best to separate yourself to, those people who are comfortable with being ignorant, or they enjoy living a lie. Let's put it like that. The people who enjoy living a lie, you're going to be able to, see that clearly. So it's best for you to, like I said, purify yourself and really give yourself what's needed to, again, get to the next level. So whatever it is that you're building, just keep doing it, even if that's internal. Just keep building that character. Seriously, it's seeds don't grow overnight, so keep that work going. Right. Again, let go of those things that need to be let go of. And get into that philosophies. Read that literature that you know will help you, grasp the realities of life. That's my favorite, the realities of life. Right. So yeah, read a book. And then we're gonna move on to the moon and Venus. It's another trine. More philosophy. The moon. Whoa. January 11th.
Pardon me. I didn't change it from the previous. Good time.
Oh, look at that. Vertex and the moon are conjunct. Oh, that's cool. If the stars were out, I would have said it would have been a great time to go stargazing with your mate. So you should probably plan that later on that day, possibly. That'd be great.
Night before was great too. Night before was great too, because the moon was leading up to that point.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Or you might meet her at the library or something like that. That may be interesting.
Yeah, Islam.
Moon trines Venus, right? Venus is in the 11th in Capricorn. And the moon's in Virgo. 7-11, right? Oh, wow. God damn it. Oh, shit. All right.
What? What?
It's okay. I'm just all right. So yeah, this is beauty. This is like fortunate. This is a lot of fortune happening here, a lot of blissful energy. I mentioned the library. Definitely the museum would be great. It would be a great time to get into that. But this is also a great time to really just probably study with your mate. If we're talking about like doing something with your mate, because we're talking about Venus and the moon, or if it's just women, studying together, that would be phenomenal. But if we're talking about like, the natural man and woman relationship, it'll be definitely a phenomenal time to get into the studies, whatever your interest is. Definitely philosophy though. Like, I don't know, reading the Circle 7 with your consort. Oh, wow. Like, definitely you would want to do that. Any type of philosophical, literature though. As a Man Thinketh, I've been requesting that for I don't know how long. What else? Damn, just slipping my, what's it called? The Silent Brotherhood of the East, The Mysteries of the Silent Brotherhood of the East. That will be an interesting book to read around this time. Very interesting. Very interesting. Because it's that discipline. That's at the forefront. Discipline is very Very much needed. Oh shit. Yeah, yo. Oh man. Fuck. Okay, so
Are you serious?
yo,
What?
what is it?
Trying
Okay,
to catch your beat. Trying to catch
just
your beat.
really, man, like protect yourself emotionally. Being emotionally unstable and things of that sort, or not emotionally unstable, being emotionally suggestible because your emotions are being guided by uncertainty. So really connect to yourself so you are able to distinguish your values from someone else's, and they, basically try to put their experience, no, not experience, their their experience. They try to put their way of experiencing things onto you, and that's not possible. The best way anyone learns is through experience. So looking out for that, it will more than likely, for the women specifically, be your mother or your grandmother or whoever, and she will be telling you what to do and what not to do, and you should consider her position. Let's just put it like that. So really just know yourself, and men as well, really consider who you're giving your energy to and why. So you aren't draining yourself. This is a purification time. So you want to purify, baptize your mind, right? Yeah, that's that. So be open to the good fortune, and that doesn't mean settle either, right? So yeah.
It's fine, bro.
Yeah, indeed. Islam. I'm going to go into the 22nd. I was just actually sharing to a couple of people there out on Instagram through our 7 Hill Star Instagram. I know a few people were actually curious about the link. So, sometimes, I'm, doing a few things at once. Or it was just a really good time to just send that. And also, just let it be known that you guys can follow 7 Hill Star, follow at 720 Astro Healing, follow at JaguarSolar _, follow at Benjamin Bay 60. Is it Benjamin Bay 60 or Benjamin Bay _60 on Instagram, Brother Benjamin? I think it's like that. You'll find Brother Benjamin there. I guess when it comes back. And at core _movement for Brother Corey. All right. And again, guys, you can go to 7hillstar.com about us page, and you can find our links, and you can get in contact with us via direct message if you like. And then you can, do it that way to book your readings also if you don't want to do it through the website. So we give you guys options, even though, you can get to the About Us page through the website so that you can, check out what's there, see what free things you can do also, free downloads that we have there, as well as other things that you can exchange for also. And we guarantee you you will not be disappointed at all with what it is that we're sharing. So let's continue. Pardon me, let me get this back going here so I can make sure I'm focusing on the live chat, right? So putting that there. However, I need to also go back to the calendar. All right, so next we're looking for the sunrise where the sun conjuncts the ascendant. For Saturday, 22nd January 2022 at 0700, 25 minutes and 47 seconds thereafter. All right. Now, the first aspect, which is previous to sunrise, is going to be moon reflecting Neptune. All right. So moon is reflecting Neptune. And that will take place at 0:43 minutes and 13 seconds. And we see the Luna is at 21 degrees Virgo, 9 minutes within the 11th house. Neptune, 21 degrees Pisces, 9 minutes within the 5th. Now, when we think about Virgo and Pisces, right, they're on their axis because they're reflecting signs. All righty. When it comes to Virgo, a lot of times people will immediately think service. And that's what we include when you guys go and get to the 7 Hill Star study poster. And you'll see that we have specific terms just for immediate keywords for just reference. So you can see like, okay, well, moon is home, right? Virgo is service, and 11th house is sharing. So there we go, where we have some sharing service from home. So with that sharing service from home, it is going to reflect Neptune, which is spirituality, is the art of breathing. That's the keyword that we chose for the poster there. Like I said, go to 7hillstar.com, scroll down to the products that we have there, and you will see the 7 Hill Star Astro Study poster with the Astrology Street title sequence. All righty. And you guys can download that poster for free so that you can actually have reference to what it is I'm actually saying. All right. Now, so we're sharing some service from home, right? Or that home service that we would like to share, you know, because a lot of people are, you know, providing, you know, services and products from home, and they're on the internet. The internet is also the 11th house, right? So we're sharing via the internet, or we're also doing it in a group situation, right? And that is reflecting, you know, the way that the art and breathing, that's what spirituality, however, Neptune can also be looked at as, you know, your imagination. Some people will say delusions, illusions, you know, given polarity. And we respect polarity. That is definitely, you know, one of the 7, you know, Hermetic principles. So we definitely, you know, respect polarity. So, however, we affirm that we will not have to, you know, bring about anything except the beneficial balance. So with that being said, we are having the energy pertaining to spirituality and the sign dealing with spirituality also. So there's this double spiritual energy. So people may be really doing and focusing on their breathing. Some people call it meditation. With that, you can be able to allow yourself to feed the cells of your body so that you will have what is necessary to be able to go about your day, exercise your mind. So it is very important to obviously doubly focus on that. And it's in the 5th house. So be creative. All righty. You guys might want to go and check out, it is Microprosipus, MicroProsipus. Brother Taj Tariq Bey does a breathing exercise at the 37-minute mark of that video. You can YouTube that. I think that is the new Nagiel YouTube page. All righty. And you guys can actually see there at the 37-minute mark, there is a breathing exercise. And it's one that I actually, you know, enjoy, actually. And it is very healing. All righty. So again, I am, you know, sharing, you know, some way for you to actually service or something that's dealing with health. And I'm a Cancer. So that would be the moon here over the internet, sharing something about your health. And Mercury is ruled by, Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So that also deals with your lungs. All righty. And it's reflecting Neptune. So it's reflecting how, you know, I'm actually sharing with you how to be creative with your artful breathing exercises. All right. Is that clear? Anybody want to add anything to that?
Indeed.
Yeah, no, you good.
All righty.
Okay, I yield to you, Brother Sean. I didn't take it.
Nah, I think you're good.
Nah.
11 and 5th. Yeah, just organizing your dreams, you know what I'm saying, and who you are, and just perfecting that on the internet, via the internet. The Virgo moon 11th. I yield on that, Brother Jack.
Yeah, it's very metaversy. People are going to be, I know, because even soon, you know, on February 4th, we'll be bringing on Brother Amazite from Bey. And he will be sharing that idea pertaining to metaverse and virtual reality and how it can be used in a like beneficial fashion. Because I think the best thing would to be is to discuss purpose and not being dependent on it, actually, so that you don't imprison yourself from playing around too much on the internet. So I did that, imprison yourself, right? Because the institution, or you're always just in this mode, locked in, Neptunian, Piscean type energy from playing too much, right? So you're just doing hours of like being in virtual reality, and that's due to or reflected from this internet, electrical energy that you have at home, and now you're able to do it through your internet service, because that service, that's Virgo, and internet service at home, playing around a lot in the so-called metaverse. So that's why it's great that we'll bring on Brother Amazite from Bey on the 4th February, I think 2022, 4th February 2022, if I got that correct. And for our impromptu improv, that's a Friday. And I think on the 28th, we want to double check and confirm, we may be bringing on a good brother that actually makes his own jewelry, as well as other things that you guys will see, as well as I think coming up this Friday on Impromptu Improv, we'll be bringing on the Soul Journey, alrighty, Mother Lexus, right? So you guys can just see that, we're, there's other, people that I see out there that have pure heart and sincere intent that I can sense from them. And I actually, share different things that it is that we do, so that, because that's our culture, our culture is to, whenever you see us, or whenever we meet somebody, you actually come bearing gifts. That's actually our ancient foremothers and forefathers culture. Alrighty, so, all right, moving right along. Wow, that was a very moon reflecting Neptune thing to say just now too, right? Because the children, right? Those are the descendants, right? And then also, someone else's children also. So this is the when it comes to 5th and 11th houses, these would be, according to the planetary joys, this would be the good fortune and good spirit houses. Alrighty, so, and who actually finds their fortune there will be Venus in the 5th, and it would be Jupiter in the 11th, according to planetary joys. However, let's move forward, right? Let's continue. All right, so let me go back to my calendar here so I can actually look at the next one. It is, and I have it set, Luna is going to be an aspect to Pluto, 120 degrees. So let's get that going for you all. And that's taking place still. This is for Saturday, guys. You're going to see this is the second one, and then I have 4 more after this one for the 22nd. So it's 6 transits for the 22nd. All righty, Saturday, January 22nd, 2022. All righty, so at 10:52 and 38 seconds, we actually have this occurring where Luna is here in the 6th house in Virgo. All righty, so that's double, service and health energy right there at home. So you maybe focus on that. The vertex is always in the west pertaining to the chart. All righty, so we have, Luna will soon, it looks like, depending on, because the vertex is actually where the prime vertical, which runs from east to west, the meridian runs from south to north. So north here to south. East to west is the prime vertical, and where that prime vertical intersects the sun's path, the ecliptic. All right, that is the vertex, which a lot of people will say just deals with when you're doing the esoteric astrology, comprehending self, and then being able to utilize key phrases pertaining to the vertex in other areas. The vertex deals with fated relationships or fated meetings, so to speak. But we're not fatalists. We're not doom and gloom astrologers. However, with the moon there in the sixth house with it, it could just really, if there was an exercise plan you guys were really looking for, some way to exercise yourselves, or there's some food that you found out that, oh, this is healthy, but I thought it would taste nasty, but it tastes great. It's actually destined for you to probably actually, try it, eat it. It may bring some balance because Vertex is Libra. All right. As far as how this goes, right? So with that being said, with the moon, all righty, trining Pluto. Pluto is here at 26 degrees, Capricorn, 39 minutes within the 10th house. So we're talking 6th and 10th house. It's interesting because 10th house, if we put Pluto, right, and we look at the 10th house and go backwards, 12, 11, 10, 9. 6th house is 9th to the 10th. So when it comes to our standing or how we come out into the public, and we're actually bringing out here to the public some things that are transformative, some things that may allow us to be able to have a bright way of reorganizing our thoughts, alrighty, so that we can be able to make a transformation that really will assist us and help us, even though there may be sometimes some people may disagree, maybe sometimes people will say so-called family members or whatever. And so when it comes to that communication of family, because the sixth house is third to the fourth, and fourth would be where the family is, the house of the father. Sometimes some people will say the house of the mother. But in some astrology, in like Horary astrology, the 10th house would be the mother and the fourth house would refer to the father. So there may be some communications there that you may have, or something that may come up about father energy and something like that will transform the status. So with that being said, we can actually see that there's a harmony there in being able to give some erudite higher learning, provide that as a service to the people, because the moon is also the people. The moon is also the waters. The moon controls the waters. The tides are controlled by the moon. So that's why the tides are low and the moon has decreased in light, and the tides begin to get high as it increases in light. And then the human body, as we have researched in some sciences, is 75% water. So that means the moon controls the people. All right. So when it comes to that, the people will find a way to, I feel like, on this day, people will probably just be like, screw it, I'm going out to a restaurant. They're not going to care. And it might be people that find ways of like just asserting themselves and going out and being able to allow themselves to just, a lot of people going out in groups. So, if you work in the service industry, that's very sixth house, you may have a lot of, 8 tops, 9 tops, 10 tops, and 11 top, especially with Saturn actually ruling over Pluto here, and Mercury is being ruled over by Saturn also. So the dispositors for the 10th house and the 6th house are all will make Saturn the final dispositor over this, and Saturn is there in the 11th house, nearing the angel point, alrighty, in Aquarius. Alrighty, I think the angel point is roughly 15 degrees in Aquarius. I think that's Tupac Shakur's north node. If you want to check that out, Tupac Shakur's north node is at the angel point. Alrighty, in Aquarius. So with that being said, Saturn is actually ruling over this transit overall, because it's the dispositor for Mercury also by being in Aquarius, Pluto in Capricorn. So that's how that goes for that. You guys are going to just have this harmony and finding a way to really transform how you service others and how others service you. All right. And it's very status changing. You people may find that there may be some, some pivotal gain to taking this stance, and a lot of support coming from that also. All right. Going back to my calendar, I see that we have the moon going over the course next at 1446. roughly around that time when the moon is quartile, or what we call square. That's an aspect pertaining 90 degrees to Mars. All right. And let's actually click that there, and it's taking place at 1400, 45 minutes and 43 seconds. All right, so we have Luna here, still in Virgo at 28 degrees Virgo, 45 minutes within the fourth house. So it has an accidental dignity there being in the fourth. So it's doing good in the fourth. Again, if we were, to look at this as a horary question, this would be dealing with the father. All righty, so this is the father at home. However, it's in Virgo, so it's dealing with the father at home, really probably going through some detailed orientation, probably going through some documentation and detailed orientation, probably some exercise, able to actually have some dignity at home with the service being provided. So with that, however, there's the energy to be able to overcome the obstacle that is when looking here. And again, we're dealing with sixth energy. Moon in the sixth sign Virgo, Mars in the sixth house. However, in the ninth sign, Aquarius, just 30 degrees ahead of its exaltation point in Capricorn. All right. So around this point here, I would say, Mars is probably around 9 times out of 10 around the galactic center. So with Mars being around the galactic center, it would show that we're bringing to the forefront our active natures and bringing a drive that will really be in harmony and alignment with what we know as an energy that we would perceive from our position here at Midgard, Earth plane Asha, right? With the sixth house being here, we're being able to actually see and share with those within our same field. All right. So those that may be in the field where the galactic center is, within your studies. So astrologers is possibly, I know most people wouldn't refer to Sagittarius or the sixth house as astrology. However, sixth house service and higher learning. All righty. So Sagittarius deals with world affairs also. So it could be a way of being able to do cross promotional things and actively bringing out things that pertain to the galactic center. And with that actually being a means where we will be able, because Virgo also gives a very choicey and specificness, so to speak, just, very specific with choosing what actually the services that will be there in the home. So when it comes to communicating those things in the home, there will be some actual favor pertaining to some service at home that will allow the communication to be actively centered so that the service will actually flow fluently. A lot of people look at Mars and like Mars is a disruptor. With me and looking at the polarity pertaining to Mars, Mars is active. And when Mars is, using the constructive fashion, and you can contain what is apparent volatility, it can, instead of charge at you, it can charge for you. So I'm not surprised that the planet that, not only rules over Scorpio, that we make reference to, but rules over Aries, which is a goring animal. The term gore means headbutt, G-O-R-E means headbutt. So the planet that rules goring animal, Aries, the ram, it finds its exaltation in another goring animal, the sea goat, Capricorn, who also has a some people say goats would headbutt, so I have no surprise that will soon be taking place because Mars will soon ingress Capricorn. This is where the moon goes void of course, actually, also. And according to what I actually see here, it will be for 2 hours and 16 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So for 2 hours and 16 minutes from 1446 to about 1702, that is from 246 post meridian Eastern to 502 post meridian Eastern. And you can adjust to where you are across the globe, adjust your times accordingly. And moon void, of course, is termed buyer's remorse. So make no major purchases during that time. All right. And we will see that Luna ingresses Libra. All right. 1702 and 24. So it's taking place here in the third house. All right. And Luna is here in a sign that's 90 degrees away from the sign that it's actually, home to. So Luna here is actually ruling over the 12th house also. Fascination and denial. Lilith is there at 14 degrees Cancer. Conjunct Sirius, right? 12th house, dealing with a bad spirit. So Luna in Libra being a sign pertaining to balance, harmony, justice, dealing with the communication that's there also. There will be a means that Luna will be able to rule over, right? And despise it in a just fashion to make sure that the communications aren't denied, right? So having the help of the fixed star Sirius at this time will assist the star seeds in here so that the denial of imprisonment takes place. All right. So denial of being institutionalized takes place. All right. Because people are no longer allowing institutions to write them into any type of imprisonment. So here, Luna in Libra will actually take on the character of being just and communicating that justice so that there's a denial of imprisonment. And that's Sirius, that it's conjunct. Fixed star Sirius. So that's what happens after that 2 hour and 16-minute void of course, where you'll make no major purchases because the moon void of course is buyer's remorse. So you'll make no major purchases there, right? And after that, we have Luna and the sun, right? They're going to be in a harmonious aspect. All right. That is 120 degrees, which is the trine. Some people say trine, right? Potato, potato. However, it's all harmony.
Trine.
Right. All righty. So going next, and this is taking place at 2242, roughly around that time, 2242 minutes and 21 seconds. We have the sun in its sign, and most people would say, "Oh, it's dignity. It has its dignity. It's in its the sun is debilitated, right? Oh no. Yeah, debilitated. And the sun is in debility, right? Whereas it has dignity in Leo. So, so how would one, with the Aquarian energy, with the sun there, where's Earth? Well, the Earth is perceived to be in Leo, right? When this takes place, when it comes to the sun, right? So we're actually getting the sun's placement, hypothetically speaking, off of, well, actually in theory, I guess we're projecting in astrology, from where the Earth is, right? And so, boom, there we go. And there we have the sun. All right. 3 degrees, Aquarius, 6 minutes, right? Interestingly, let's take a little break to kind of look at a reference, right? If we were to take the Encyclopedia of Astrology by Nicholas DeVore, right? 0 to 5 degrees Aquarius is homicide. Now, we don't have to be doom and gloom astrologers. And we can actually move these numbers, right? These fixed stars here, only the fixed stars, where you see, a Greek letter and a Latin plurality, right? Beta Cygni, so the second brightest star in Cygnus. What you would do is take the time that this book was published, which is 1925, right? And then subtract that from 2022, it'll get you 97. And you take 97 and you multiply by 0.838, and you will see the number that you get is the amount of minutes that you need to move these numbers forward, right? That's the technical basis to it, right? To find the fixed star positions of where they are now. So roughly it will be about maybe about 1 degree, 21 minutes. So you might get a result if you type 97 times 0.838, it might say 81 point something, 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 something. So that's why we're just gonna roughly say 1 degree, 21 minutes. So if we move this 2 to a 3, that's 1 degree. And add 21 minutes to it, we'll be at 4 degrees, right? As we pass this and get to 02, 03, it will be 4 degrees, 3 minutes. So it's showing you that these here are not close to you right now, because I know when a lot of people go and reference this, they may not comprehend how to actually know how to read that the fixed star's energy would be perceived from here on the planet differently than when in 1925. However, homicide doesn't deal with anything. Like most people like, oh, that's negative. Oh, goodness gracious, what's going on there? Now, I'm not saying that that energy could manifest. However, the best way to utilize that energy in theory is to take things that are in your lower self for you to actually govern over. All righty, without any issue or contradiction. So with the sun there, all righty, and being in the sign where it doesn't feel as strong, so to speak, when it comes to sun activities, creativity, doing things in the home, probably on the internet, allow yourself to have patience. If on that day there may be seemingly issues with it, it may be, how sometimes, Comcast will update their server or whatever like that, or you may be realizing you probably forgot to bring your charger. It'll probably be something as simple as forgetting to bring your charger. However, the beauty in that is that you'll be able, with the moon here rising, right, in Libra, all righty, you'll be able to find some balance in how you're going to institute things that you see as far as your home. Also, I think also you'll probably be hungry and want to get something to eat. And at this time, you probably won't feel like cooking. That's a very strong energy. Also, you won't feel like cooking. And so you'll probably be, really looking to institute the microwave, the air fryer type energy, using some electrical heating, because sun is heating, electrical device at home for you to eat food, because food is also 4th house, all right, pertaining to the stomach, breast and stomach. Anybody that's out there breastfeeding, this might be a time that may happen too. Baby may be hungry, right? And that's a possibility also during this time. I'm like, man, if he said that I breastfeed at 2:42, that'll be wild. I mean, I'm just saying, that's just a possibility. All righty. Can look at that also. 12th house is also, bed pleasures. And there's also another form of business house too. 10th house is the 3rd house to business. So it's things that you can, communicate and balance also. All right. You'll be able to, communicate the emotions without feeling them so much, and be able to do it in a balanced fashion. And it'll assist in, making a rise in your communication for your career. All right. Especially with the moon still ruling over Lilith, right? So instead of having your career denied, your communication, how you balance your emotions will bring that to the rise, right? Interestingly, let's just do this one more time and then I'm going to move on. I won't have to do this again. I'm just doing this just for you guys that are curious, because we know we're doing a lot of things, right? So they see around 3 degrees abscesses is within the 15th lunar mansion, of course, right? And it's also very close where Mars and Neptune were conjunct August 23rd, 1944. So you guys may kind of do like in history, type in that date, Google that date, and see how, you know, things were in the news on that date, and see if they're very Mars Neptunian energy, right? See what happened during that time, and you can trace your Mars Neptune conjunction throughout time for those of you that know how, right? So don't get boiled over, right? Don't let your attitude obsess. Don't let your emotions make your attitude obsess because you're hungry or forgot your charger, or you have to get up and feed the baby. Breathe, have patience, all righty, because that'll help you in your next day, all right? Not being denied something in your career because you're able to balance your emotions the night before, all righty? Does that make sense? Any questions, comments, and or suggestions for that testimony? I won't take as long. I'm telling you, I know I'm just kind of being a little detailed here on that, but I swear I'll move faster. How you guys feel?
Very, very thorough, giving very much game.
Yeah, because I'm just freestyling off the top. It's Freestyle Wednesday. So, you know, when I freestyle Wednesday, I just kind of want to give the insight and the intuition and just let it flow.
You want to
right?
just be careful. You want to be careful here for real with this energy. Yeah, it's a trine, but you know, don't overindulge type energy. Yeah.
Absolutamon. Especially with Saturn there, near in the angel point in the 5th house. So it's going to allow you to find creative ways of, you know, being able to, you know, deal with the eating and or feeding situation, correct? All right. So moving forward, all right, we're going to have Luna in harmony aspect 120 degrees of trine again to Mercury at 2346 and 55 seconds, right? I need some water. I've been talking for a minute. I need some water, right? All righty. Aphrodite, right? Pretty sure. Buddha, right? That's what they call Mercury in the Jyotisha, Buddha, right? And Chandra or Soma, right? For the moon, right? So Chandra and Buddha are 120 degrees from each other. So here's Mercury, and check this out, guys. Guess what's happening? Mercury is about to be Cazimi with the sun. Mercury's going to be Cazimi with the sun. Cazimi is when Mercury is 0, well, you know, when any planet actually, with Mercury, 0 degrees, 17 minutes, all right? 0 degrees, 17 minutes, all right, or less. And that's going to happen. So it's approaching Cazimi. However, here, outside of 0 degrees, 17 minutes to about 8 degrees, as far as that conjunction is concerned, Mercury is considered combust. So not only is it retrograde, it's combust. So people may feel that, you know, the way they're going to communicate or the way that they're trying to travel, you know, it may be some seeming disruptions, or you may have to backtrack things you've said, things that you've shared or communicated on the internet, just to make it clear, because because the communications are really reaching the heart of the people. 4th house again, all righty? So with that being said, and being in the sign pertaining to Aquarius, dealing with the group and the collective, right? And communicating things astrologically, even be communicating now this Cazimi combust. And then if it's from 8 degrees to about 17 degrees apart, the sun and Mercury, it will be considered under beams. So those are the 3 levels. So really, it's like Mercury can be seen in the sky when it's more than 17 degrees away from the sun on either side of the sun, all right? So, however, we're looking at Luna actually being trine to Mercury after being trine with the sun, all righty? And we're just going to be able to really really, I think those of you, if you ever really, needed to control your emotions or find a way to really balance your emotions, I really see that when situations happen, with emotions arise, with whatever you have done with your spiritual exercise, because 12th house is a way that you always kind of do a self-discipline. So with the self-discipline, so that people don't look at, 12th houses incarceration, right? When you're doing self-discipline, a lot of your self-discipline will come from your artful breathing. That's why on our 7 Hill Star Astro study poster, we have on the 12th house and on Pisces, along with Jupiter and Neptune there in that section, the keyword spirituality, which is the art of breathing. So you will really find balance in your emotions when you really exercise that art of breathing, and then you can internalize those things that you've been thinking and settle your nerves, because you will find very soon that what you think in your mind will be in harmony with your heart. Mercury rules the nervous system, breathing, lungs, arms, hands, and shoulders. The sun rules the middle of the back and the heart. All right, and we're talking medical astrology speaking. All right. With that being said, the breast and stomach is ruled by the moon. However, Mercury and the sun are in the sign pertaining to the legs, and moon is in the sign pertaining to the kidneys and the renal glands. All right. Some people will refer to endings in the 4th house also, right? So there may be some new beginnings of brewing. And with the endings there, it's interesting because the North Node is in the 8th house, which is the lunar node, right? Which is where death and rebirth happen, or regeneration, or an inheritance. So moving forward with that, North Node brings about the destiny pertaining to this area here. So I just wanted to kind of like bring that out, just showing you how 4, 8, and 12 are houses that are always trying to each other when just looking at that all the time. And just knowing that, the 8th house is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses, right? So being able to creatively express, things that are maybe destined, and bringing out the values pertaining to occult studies, or things that may seemingly be hidden, sort of kind of. All right. All righty. Let's move quickly on these 3 here. And again, freestyle Wednesday. All right. All right. Let me actually put this here at 0 degrees. All right. And we have the sun conjunct the ascendant, or what we call sunrise, all righty, on the 23rd January 2022. And remember, we have on, today, the sun had ingress Aquarius. Well, it will ingress Aquarius, right? You guys know the sun will ingress Aquarius at 21:39 post meridian Eastern. So that means, according to the East Coast, you will have the sun ingressing Aquarius at 9:39 p.m. That's what I mean when I say post meridian. AM is anti-meridian, ANTE. All right, which means before the meridian. Post is after the meridian. So let's continue, guys. We are on the 23rd, and we are having, at first, my first, right before sunrise, it's looking like. So let me actually click previous. It looks like we have the sun and Mercury, or Surya and Buddha. The sun is Surya in Jyotisha, or what they call Vedic astrology, and Mercury is Buddha, right? B-U-D-H, Buddha. Surya is S-U-R-Y-A, right? So there's a conjunction there previously, right? On the 23rd, 2022, that's January, right? at 0527 minutes and 56 seconds thereafter. All right. And looky, Astro Cookie at 3 degrees, 23 minutes. And Mercury will still be moving, of course. So this is spot on Kazemi here, guys. I think that when it comes to those self, SELF energies, because first house, when you see going that 7 Hill Star Astro Study poster, you can guys get a free download for it, 7hillstar.com. The term here will be self in the first house, right? So when it comes to creativity and communicating those things, right? So you're going to take your communication inward, right? Be creative. So there's going to be this self-creative communication that will actually be, you know, expressed. It's interesting because rising here is Mars, Venus, and Pluto while this Kazemi is happening. And so Mars is self, Venus is values, Pluto is inheritance. So these self-values inheritance happening while there's this creative self-communication that is taking place within, you know, East. I find that, you know, we will be able to be very poetic in how we actively bring about some erudite things that we may have learned from our artful breathing exercises that will allow us to transform ourselves in our thinking and in our heart, because they will be in such harmony with Mercury being Kazemi, or some people will say in council with the king. However, everyone collectively will be experiencing this, at least from here near the Baltimore Corporation, Maryland State Republic, in the self area. First house also is the active energies area, right? So one could look at this as a house stellium, right? In the first house from 2nd degree Capricorn to 10 degrees Aquarius. All righty, we could look at this as a house stellium. So there's a lot of activity specifically pertaining to values that transform the heart and thinking within inside self. All righty. Some people may actually be able to do that from things that they have stashed, because Venus retrograde means something that you really value, that you stash or you binge on also. So, you know, it could be anything. It could, with Capricorn, where Venus is, I think it will just really be on things that you find structure in. So people may be doing a lot of organizing. You may just have this sense, you know what, I'm just going to, I don't know, all of a sudden, I'm just going to just clean this. I'm going to organize this. I'm going to move this here. I'm going to throw this out, like this kind of that energy there. All right. So moving right along, Venus. All righty. And Luna. All right. So Luna and Venus. Venus quartiling right next. So that's 90 degrees. All right. Make sure I hit next here, and here we go. That's taking place approximately around 1421. 1421 and 23. All righty, still on 23rd January 2022. So we have Luna here at 11 degrees Libra, 43 minutes, actually in the 5th house. All righty, dealing with creativity, so home creativity. All righty, and relating it. So we're relating. Libra deals with relating. All righty, or others. However, but on our 7 Hill Star Astro Study poster, you'll see here in the 7th house portion, you'll see the keyword relating. So we know that 4 is home, 5 is creativity, Libra is relating. So we're just doing we're relating our creative things that we've created at home. All righty, we are actually overcoming the obstacle with that when it comes to actually maybe there's partnerships. When it comes to values in the partnerships, there may be people that may be exchanging, you know, the way or the positions, you know, you may be finding substitutions for better active service that is on the rise or on the setting, right? So, Mars even setting at this time conjunct the seventh house. So it's still technically in the seventh house. It will just be a means for us to really just kind of, for lack of better words, audit our relationships, right? Find a way to audit our relationships and the values that pertain to our relationships so that we can really actually really bring about how we're going to balance the way that we're being creative, because everybody is really looking for a way to make sure that they're maintaining their finances. People don't have time. A lot of people are really trying to figure out how to do Forex, how to do things with cryptocurrency. How can we find and share with people if, okay, well, you have this, this digital coin. All right, now people are finding ways to expand their values pertaining to fiat currency when it's all fiat currency, because fiat is Latin for let it be done. Fiat also pertains to blind faith, right? So people are finding ways to comprehend, because now they're like, hold on, I need to go back and learn about financing. So people are that retrograde going back, Venus retrograde, you're going back and really comprehending how you relate to finances and the structure of it. So a lot of people are really taking advantage of this so that they can really be able to really balance themselves when they're being creative at home, because a lot of people are coming out of the mindset of being debtors in society and allowing themselves to have a quote unquote boss, right? Or punching a clock. However, I'm not knocking those that do that, especially if you know how to contract, where you are reserving your rights within you, allowing yourself to subcontract work from some corporation or somebody who actually is allowing you to be able to exchange your time for some energy for you to be able to have resources. All righty. So we're overcoming that obstacle by being financially literate. Everybody is going to be balancing their life creatively through financial literacy. So that's why I really, enjoy the main two things I enjoy is medical astrology, first and foremost, because I like utilizing astrology so that we can solve our socioeconomic issues. And a lot of times we have socioeconomic problems in areas that have been set up because we have been set up by us as a people being greedy with the resources on the planet. And we have family feuded and have created what are called ghettos and hoods, which make people begin practicing mindsets that's very rat racy. So a lot of people are going to be coming out of the muck and the mire of the rat race by being able to find balance collectively in harmony with that. That's why you see corporations wanting to regulate things like cryptocurrency, because cryptocurrency is only the idea is the same as gold and silver, something that somebody, cannot actually take. However, it's the same thing in 1933 when the Emergency Banking Act was put out 5th June 1933, House Resolution 192, right? So with House Resolution 192, it was a stick up for everyone's gold. So people were robbed for their gold. All righty. So that's what is actually brewing now. And I wouldn't be surprised if something happens in 2033 where there's more of a threat to try to make people submit their value. So that's why people's value, actually all value, whether it's gold, silver, Federal Reserve notes, NFTs, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, or Moor coin, these are all things that we put value on, all righty, based off of our own thoughts, because we're under this energy of occupation. When the earth freely grows things for us to eat and things for us to use to build with. However, people have instituted a means of actual so-called slavery through fractional reserve banking systems and centralized fractional reserve banking systems, where people are now looking to find ways through secured party creditor things or other means to try to find how to get out of the slavery of being under the occupation of the Roman Curia. Believe nothing I say, go and research it yourself. When you prove it right to yourself, when trying to prove it wrong, teach your loved ones. All right, let's continue. This is beautiful, man. All right. In continuing on the 23rd from our last testimony, we have Luna trine Saturn, right? Chandra, right? Trine Shani. Chandra trine. Chandra trine Shani. Right? So, in continuing here at 1925 minutes and 48 seconds thereafter, still on the 23rd January 2022, that is Sunday, we have Luna, 14 degrees, Libra, 32 minutes in the second house here, guys. The second house dealing with values, all right? So, we are really probably balancing ourselves with some fine food. People are probably, checking out sushi, right? Where's Saturn? Saturn's in the sixth house. Yeah, you're definitely at a restaurant. Somebody's going to call for the manager for some reason here, because Saturn is the manager of the restaurant in this case, right? The sun would be the host and the server would be Mercury, maybe going back to get things, right? When it comes to serving this fine food that someone may want, or it's a special order for the people that are just really just, seeking to have a really great time with whomever they're out with, relating with. All righty. So with that second house energy, I'm just going to deal with fine foods because it's their trine with Saturn in the sixth house, which deals with restaurants. All righty. So I just really find that, that on that day, they're just going to be, probably people complimenting the manager, host, and the servers. The Mercury could also be the busboy. Mercury retrograde could be those that are serving behind the scenes, since technically Mercury's in accidental dignity in the sixth. However, it's still under combustion here, being still within 40 minutes within the sun's range, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure I'm seeing that right. Is that correct? Did I say that correct? Oh no, it's 1 degree 20 minutes actually. Pardon me, 1 degree 20 minutes. Did I say that right? Hold on, that's 1 degree.
Yeah, 1 degree 20 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah. So all right, but it's still technically under combustion. However, still some accidental dignity there. So I would say, be kind to those that are in the back behind the scenes doing that, right? That's kind of like how I see it. So with that being said, we can clearly see and highly see that, people are going to be really thinking, like I said, the manager, they're going to be thinking the crew. That's the whole service crew right there, right? Because there's going to be some need and some reason to just make sure everybody's really working together. Maybe short-staffed. Could be that also, there also for that. However, it will still be a success because people will be comprehending, and they'll understand, and still see the value in what's being done for them, during that time. So with that being said, I actually yield the floor, and I think it is to my beloved brother, whom I'm well pleased, Brother Terrell Tamari Bey, for Monday, 24th. All right. I yield the floor. Islam.
Islam. All right. Moving on to Moon Day, the 24th of January, 1442. Right. We are to observe the sunrise. Ouch. Sheesh. 7:24. 0724 minutes is the sunrise, as you see in the top right corner. Right. What? I think the first aspect that we're looking at will be the moon scoring Pluto.
Hold on 1 second. My apologies. Let's see. What's that? 24th? Oh, Mars and Capricorn. Actually, we got a Mars.
Yes, Mars do go into Capricorn. Yes. Right. That's Enterprise. Yeah. Really getting practical. You're motivated to get the job done or get the work done. Where's that at? That's in the 11th. Oh yeah, this might be a good time to actually get an astrology reading.
Yes.
Not exact time, but definitely with Mars ingressing into Capricorn.
Yes.
It'll definitely give you the practical, like the astrologer. Definitely just go to sevenhillstar.com and book a reading with whomever you would like.
Yeah.
You're definitely going to get that.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
You definitely are to get that that motivating spark externally. Like you already know internally, but externally you may need some, just a external push, whatever, right? So yeah, be enterprise. Let's just use that. That's the key word for Mars Capricorn. Enterprise. Right.
Look, a good example of enterprising is like, when I used to when I took my Kalima Shahada in the Nation of Islam back when I was 20. And I would enterprise bean pies and cakes and donations for Muhammad Speaks at like nail salons, hair salons, barbershops, knock or walk in, ask the lead chair, hey, is it okay if I actually do, a presentation? I ask anybody they would like to, partake in contributing for the products that we have here. And, they would give me the green light and then I'll, go about and do my presentation. So when you're talking enterprise in there, that's what it means. You guys could probably set up an in-store somewhere, set up pop-ups. That's what Brother Terrell is actually bringing up, especially when, the collective is actually, when Mars does this, it's in the 11th house, and the 11th house deals with the group, gains, wealth, all righty, because it is the second house to the 10th house. 10th house is career and status. So where the wealth is happening is where Mars is exalted. And its exaltation degree is 28 degrees. However, it's in its exaltation sign during it, as far as this ingress is concerned. So beautiful, beautiful thing where Mars is ingressing, Capricorn and still Saturn, ultimately interesting on the rise while this is happening. That's beautiful. While that's happening, like Saturn's on the rise, right? Ruling over that ingress, right? By just by sign. However, Jupiter actually is dispositor for the 11th house here. So still very interesting. And Jupiter is, home, still conjunct formal halt in the first house along with Saturn rising. So it's just some beautiful energy, right? And basically expanding, our institutions and our global community. So I yield, brother Terrell.
Yeah, Mars and Capricorn. That's it for you. Definitely start working out too, if you haven't already. All right, so Mars, the moon, Luna is going to square Pluto, right? And it's so funny when I see in this aspect, damn, the 6th house, god damn it. God darn it.
You thought you got away, huh? Nah.
Man, I thought I smoothed out that.
Wowzers.
Look, the moon is in its accidental dignity too in Libra. Where's Venus? Look at Venus. This is horrible. This is greatly horrible. Okay, so this is interesting, yo. Where's Mars? Mars is in the 5th. Sun's in the 7th. I had to go down. So moon square Pluto, right? Pluto's in the 6th, moon's in the 4th. Yeah, this is interesting. This is clarity here. I feel like with that Pluto, because Pluto is conjunct Terrabellum, right? And Terrabellum is just unfavorable in a sense, or actually, it's favorable with a unfavorable timeline. So it's like you can get fortune, so to speak. However, maybe 6 months from then, or a year, it may not be what you thought. So you want to be mindful in your business endeavors, or just who you're doing business with specifically. So moon square Pluto, Moon's in Libra. So it's a values thing, you know, the values or the interest has to be mutual, right? So just consider that. I'm just speaking on that so you can consider it. Make sure the business endeavors are mutual, because Pluto is like the mob, or like quote unquote people who like to call themselves gangsters, or, you know, people who think they're threats, right?
Indeed.
So you just consider those energies. It's like, this kind of makes me think of like those beings. Venus is retrograde. So it's those those energies, you know, they know what you value, so to speak. So they come with you with looking to speak in that tone, or that in that language. Let's just say it's astrology. So I don't know. She said, "Oh my God, my moon, try my sun." I don't know. That's just an example, right? So with that, it's like you would see the fraud or the illusion or the deceit from that characteristic, or not, if you're being easily emotionally suggestible. So that's why I said what I said for Friday. And then Brother Hasan had his testimony with the sun and the moon. Right, the moon was in the 12th, the sun was in the 4th. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So just that alone, it's being really mindful on who you're dealing with, just period. Because the group is always the essential. Like, we always need external energies to be like considered, so to speak. So an example, like I can play the guitar in my room all day, every day. However, if I wanted some recognition, I would have to go outside to get some consideration from something outside of myself.
Indeed.
Right? So
indeed.
that is the emphasis on really considering who you are dealing with, right? The root of it all, or the key to that, which makes it simple, is values or interests. Is the values and the interests mutual? And if not, how can we, where's the medium? There, you know, how do we come to a medium? So that's the energy. Consider it. Please don't do anything you really don't want to do. Seriously. Because it will be pretty tough to undo, right? So yeah, just study, man. Really get into like Drew Ali, yo. Like, really acknowledge the literature that your ancient foremothers and forefathers have put out there for you to literally free yourself. Seriously, you don't need recognition from someone outside of yourself, unless that is something wanted. Okay, so yes, I yield. With that, I think I have one more. Is that it? What am I looking at?
More.
3 more. 2 more.
Yeah, 2 more.
2 more. 2 more. 1 more, really. But yeah, okay, so this is moon void, of course, though. So wow. Yeah, the moon, that's the moon's last aspect in Libra. The moon is going to go into Scorpio at 22:57. It went void, of course, at 17:10. So that's what, 5 hours, 47 minutes?
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's another one, because that was right. That's funny, because Brother Sean, for the 20th, he had a 5 hour and 47 minute void, of course, interestingly enough. 547. All right, moon in Scorpio, moon in the first house. And this is at 22:56, actually, to be exact. 22:56, 55 seconds. So moon in the first house. In Scorpio. Speaking of Pluto, eh? Yeah, this is Indiana Jones, maybe. Uncovering. What are we uncovering here? This is the cultural roots, though. You're definitely probably connected to your culture. Since passionate, yeah. Plot too. That's that plot, and ooh, it's conjunct that Principus.
The Princess.
Studious.
Yeah, so that Princess would be around like 3 degrees, 22 minutes, I guess, roughly.
23. Yeah. See, that's studying. Really get into the studies. Good film, maybe. There may be a film that's actually relative to something that you just read. May possibly be a thing. It's so funny, yo. Have you bros checked out that movie Don't Look Up?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I
I
did.
don't think so. Mhm.
Yeah, it's so funny because it's like the first 3 minutes of that movie, it was like, that's pretty much our lives. Like, you know, we're telling people stuff and they're like, but what about Nick Cannon? Right? Or what about Cardi B or whoever is the topic of discussion for the masses at the moment?
Right.
You know, they're not looking to get into what really matters or connect to nature, so to speak. So this is a good time to do that, or help someone who is disconnected from nature to connect to nature. This is a beautiful time to actually go outside if it's clear skies. You can see the moon. You won't be able to see any beautiful planets like Jupiter or Venus. However, oh wait, no, you can't see the moon. What am I talking about? I thought that was, yeah, no, okay, but yeah, still. Orion is out there somewhere, right? Yeah, a little bit. Oh no, he probably just said. Okay, I'm gonna just stop with that. But definitely go outside and connect to the earth. If you're scared of the dark, face that fear. How about that? That's potent. Yeah. Moving on. So Moon in Scorpio is going to sextile that Mars. Mars is in Capricorn in its exalted fashion. Yes. This is at what time? 23:48. Am I looking at that right?
23, 47, 42.
23:47, 42.
Absolutely.
Right. Moon is still in the first house. What'd I say? Oh, Mars. Where Mars at? What you doing, Mars? Oh, third house. Right. Yeah, literature. Circle 7, please. Seriously. Really. Read it. I got the PDF version if you don't want to, spend your resources on it. However,
yeah, what we're going to start doing to start making some things that are, paramount for people to have immediately on RV. I'm going to say RV Bay Publications on 7hillstar.com. Because a lot of the books that we got from RV Bay Publications. However, we also comprehended there are some other things that we have in PDF form. So, you guys can get, print versions, because that's where I got my print versions from RV Bay Publications. Just to be honest, I'm just telling the truth to my experience. I'm not, doing a shameless plug or anything like that. I'm just telling the truth. And so when Brother Terrell says, he can send the PDF, and that's why I was just thinking like we can start providing that, start providing PDFs and things, start putting up different, public records. You know what I mean? So we're going to be doing a few of those things like that. So go ahead, I yield, bro.
It's and that's that energy right there. Like that energy, what you just said is this transit for real. Because it's like it's the Mars at the most important point of astrology, so to speak. So it's like people really you really need to know yourself. Like, and that's the Moon in Scorpio in the first house. So Mars in third house in Capricorn is like, okay, so you're bringing the intuitive mindset or the intuitive flashes to the physicality, which would be literature. It would be written word. It's physical now. You thought it, and now you put it on paper so you can read it. Or there's a chart. There's these planetary aspects that you were manifest under, right? And you can look at them and get a consideration. What's happening? So yeah, really get into the realities of life. I definitely said you should get a reading around this time for sure. It would definitely, yeah, it will next level. Moon is waning. So this is a great time to gather the seeds you want to plant for the new moon, which is approaching. So gather up the seeds. So soak up knowledge, wisdom. So you are able to plant the seeds accordingly. Good seeds produce good fruit. Bad seeds produce bad fruit. There's no in between. What are you going to plant? And that is the moon sextile Mars. I yield the floor to Brother Sean. Yes, Islam.
Islam, back to me. Okay. All right, so we at Tuesday. And we got the sun rising at appears to be 07 hours, 23 minutes, 46 seconds. And I shall yield on that, and we'll just get right to the transits. So first up, we've got Luna squaring Mercury. And with that, Luna will be at 1 degree, 4 minutes Scorpio. And Mercury will be at 1 degree, 4 minutes Aquarius. So Luna's at the sensuous and passionate degree still, and we have Mercury at the homicide degree. Got Luna right there in the 12th. And then we have Mercury in the 3rd house of communications. So it's our bearer testimony is to kill off the thoughts and feelings that take away from the passionate, creative energy we possess. Think before you speak, as one words could be taken the wrong way. Breathing and taking a moment before speaking comes across clearer than just speaking whatever's on your mind. So pretty much just breathe and think before you speak, like energies are, kind of heavy and moving. It's just what you think, how you might think, it might not come out properly as you would want to say it, or your point you're trying to get across someone might not be taken as you would hope they would. So it's just be careful, cautious, and just think before you speak. And,
people are going to realize that, as they say out there, negative spell casting, that Piscean age stuff is over. Everything is based in pure heart, sincere intent, love, and honor. So that's also a backfiring transit.
Yeah, that's a boomerang effect.
Yeah, like negative intention. Yeah, so that's for like Brother Sean and Brother Terrell. Yeah, you gotta really just be sincere, like for real. All right, I yield. Islam.
Islam. All right, so that was Luna squaring Mercury. So we'll move on to the next one. It'll be Luna squaring the sun. All right, so we've got Luna. Well, it's Tuesday, January 25th, still at 08 hours, 40 minutes. We've got Luna in the 8th in Scorpio, squaring the sun in the 12th house at Aquarius. And I've got for that current struggle between merging transformation and the creative expression of what's hidden. Asking for full disclosure when it comes to ventures and the strange mixture between truth and falsehood.
Goodness gracious. So, never mind. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Brother Jack. Don't lie. Okay, I yield. Go ahead.
Yeah, please don't lie. Like, that's what it is, though. The lies are coming out. Yeah. Damn. Yep. Islam.
Be honest. Tell the truth. Be on principle. That's what wins. What's going to win is principle. Not human trafficking practices disguised as private prison systems.
Indeed.
That are exercised through the post office. So always notice there are courts near and or within leasing a post office building where they practice human trafficking through the mail.
Indeed.
So that's gotta, I'm telling you, all this stuff is about to come to an end. All right, I yield though. Go ahead. I yield, bro. You're doing great.
That was
drop a bomb on them.
And we need one of those sounds.
We need the sound effects.
Yeah, I know, right? Start setting the studio up, you know what I mean, and play my sound effects and stuff doing that. Yeah, it's like, you know,
we have too much fun with that. We can't do that. We will probably never get off of here.
Right? Like, yo, their live was 6 hours long.
Yeah, show was the whole 24, y'all.
Like, they ain't even talking. You guys say 2 words and it's that's all we needed was 2 words.
Absolutely.
They're hilarious.
So we got next. We got Luna trining Jupiter.
Oh man.
All right, so we still, let's see.
Oh, hold on. I'm out. What happened there? I think there it is.
All right, so
Might have hit the button twice by mistake, pardon me.
we at 9:01:16. And let's see. So we've got Luna in the 8th still in Scorpio at 5 degrees, 44 minutes, trining Jupiter or Guru in the 12th house in Pisces.
Jupiter ascending.
You know, Jupiter ascending.
Literally.
So let's see. I wrote moon water, manifesting using water, intense dreams, merging on a deeper, intimate level than just the physical. Just like physical tests, we also have mental ones that are put in place for learning purposes and building blocks. Now is the time to tap into the mind and third eye chakra to expand on what we're trying to remember. Intensive occult transformational studies leads to the gifts of healing and understanding of what's limiting self from expansion.
I will actually say, I think I'm gonna put in the comments here in our live. Let me find the bureaucracy scene of Jupiter ascending. Bureaucracy. Hold on.
What's hindering self from ascending? Self.
Brother Jay, I mean, TV show. Yeah.
You're hilarious, man. Never.
Bureaucracy scene. Right? Jupiter ascending. Hold on. Because I gotta get the link for this. I'm about to put this in yeah, hold on. Is that it? 227 Jupiter. See, some people put it up because I done shared it so many times, right? But somebody actually has it as Jupiter claims her title, Jupiter ascending bureaucracy scene, or Jupiter claims her title, Jupiter ascending. Those are the 2 different movies or whatever. So, or clips. And in that, a reason why I'm saying look that up, and I'll put it in the chat. But the reason why I'm saying look up that movie, because especially probably like right before this transit happens and it exacts, you guys are going to actually comprehend that these things that everybody now are thinking is popular. Oh, secure party creditor stuff. Oh, but more say declare and proclaim the nationality. We all don't have to do that and all this that. So that's why it's just like, no, actually, it is nationality is the order of the day, not in the dogmatic sense. It's really about, enforcing the Constitution by having some form of express trust in some way, shape, or form to protect all your assets. Because the body is an asset too, because the man is not the body. The mind is not the body. All righty. The body is just an outfit for the soul, and the soul is an outfit for the causal being, which is what we call the spirit, right? The causal being, right? Cause and effect, right? So the causal being, or that which motivates us through our breath exercises, so that we can be able to express soul in our physical manifestations also. I think that when it comes to that, so people will really comprehend trust practices, but in a fun way to see where it's being exercised, I would really look up the bureaucracy scene for Jupiter ascending, so you guys can really get that. Like, I remember when I was looking at the Registration Act, and as I was reading about the Registration Act and many different other, things, just to really look at what's written in them, how people will go about utilizing certain things of that nature. What I really realized, it's like the movie Divergent. Like, when Shorty kept getting past the obstacles, Triss in Divergent, they were like, "Yo, you got to stop doing that. They're gonna kill you. You're gonna have to find a way to, overcome the obstacles, but doing it in a way where they won't kill you because they can see you're divergent." Now, when you find out, divergent people were only called divergent to try to keep them from rebelling against a system of control that is occupying the minds of the people. So they were conditioned to say, "Oh, those people are divergent, don't mess with them." And that's kind of in the forms of when people say, "Oh, people, they talking about nationality, they poor, they don't know nothing. Come over here to Secure Party Creditor Boat so that you can, get all this fine." And then you guys are going to find out that you're really participating in human trafficking and racketeering. But if you don't know really the concepts all the way, you know what I mean, you're really thinking that you're doing something. And it's a matter, I'm not, trying to disrupt anybody's commerce. Do your commerce. I'm not knocking it. Silver and gold, the commerce, silver and gold belong to the people and the people alone. So do your thing, do what you do. What I'm just saying is, if you're George of the Jungle and I see you about to hit a tree and I say, "Watch out for that tree," and you arrogantly say, "I know what I'm doing," then I'm going to say, "You're right." And I'm just going to, move right along. However, don't let me run into a tree. If I, but 9 times out of 10, I try to make sure I'm not swinging from vines anyway, so to speak. So I would just say, yeah, bureaucracy, Brother Sean. I'm not, I didn't want to, go into too much on that, but I'm just copying the link and just wanted to share that, right? And let me just bring it here and comment here in the chat. Right, put that bureaucracy scene there. All right, so you guys could check that out. All right, so anyhow, so go ahead, Brother Sean. I yield.
Yeah, so that was for Luna, Trine, and Jupiter. So as Brother Jack said, with Mars being at Capricorn, go ahead and get those readings and healing as everybody has that self-ambition and wanting to expand, and as more things that are talked about that are not talked about, Seven Hill Star definitely, will give you what it is without any trickery or mystery to it. We give you what it is for what it is. And I'll yield on that. This will help to the next one. We got Luna reflecting Uranus. All right, so we have, let's see, we're 1752, 552 for those who don't use military time. We've got Luna.
For the 24-hour clock.
24-hour clock.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We've got Luna at 10 degrees, 50 minutes, Scorpio, reflecting Uranus at the same degree, 10 degrees, 50 minutes, and Taurus, which is at the architecture degree. And for this, I will have subconscious thoughts, which is Luna, about how to transform the home where past intense events leads to new radical thoughts, which is Uranus, pertaining to one's status and career, 10th house. Dark mysteries confusing the home, 4th, and strong head-driven thoughts, Uranus again, on how to secure one's political and career goals, 10th house, are strangely mixed at the forefront of the mind.
Excellent. Yes, I yield.
Yeah, and that was for Luna opposing Uranus. And move on. Let's see, we got Luna sextiling Venus. Next up. Right, so let's see. Yes. So is it 18 hours, 41 minutes, 6:41? For the 12-hour, 24-hour clock users, we have Luna at 11 degrees, 19 minutes. Scorpio in the third house of communications, sextiling or just in flow with Venus at 11 degrees, 18 minutes, Capricorn, fifth house. So let's see, what is it, Tuesday? So it's time to be on an active day to communicate with our loved ones and partners. Intense, deep conversations can lead to a deeper bond and more structured foundation, Capricorn, and our communication and creative ways and romance, Venus. Being and showing gratitude to self, the universe, and those around us. Finding new social activities or taking short trips to keep things flowing, which is, third house short trips. So, there's some little quick places that are close to by where you domicile, just to check it out, and just enjoy some things. And I'll yield for that one, and we'll get to my final one, Mercury retrograde entering Capricorn. All righty, so it's 17 hours, 7 minutes.
What happened there? Hold up. Are you serious? Let me take it back.
Oh, we in 2023 now.
I know, right?
Yeah, now. Time travel 7 Hill Star now. Right now.
Let's go back to apply date. Let's go. What is happening here? 2 seconds. Apply date. Let me go to. Okay. Mercury in Capricorn, right? So let's take the date here to, that is the 25th, right?
Indeed, 25th.
Let's bring it there, right? All right, so that's where we were generally, right? And so our calendar is saying, let's see, let me manually put this in 2205, correct? That's what it's saying on the calendar, right? Let's actually see, because we know it's a retrograde ingress. So we're going to actually find, let me just apply that time, right?
There we go.
And let's actually find, see, Mercury's here at 2959, right? So we'll put it roughly around that time there. Okay, so that's where it's ingressing Capricorn, because it's ingressing Capricorn not from 0 degrees Capricorn, but from 2959, because it's appearing retrograde from where we are here on Earth. I yield the floor, beloved Islam.
Islam, all right. So with Mercury being at 29 degrees, 59 minutes Capricorn, it is at a quote unquote degree of collecting. And we're in the 4th house of home. So a time to get disciplined when it comes to thoughts about home, relationship with mother and other mothers, how to better structure mental and physical foundations, and seeking knowledge that carries authority to push past limitations and things that cannot be put off any longer. And that goes for the mental and the physical. Planting seeds of new long-term ideas for the now and long-term for self, the family, and one's own soul tribe, as you would like to say, a soul family. I will yield the floor on that.
All righty, indeed, indeed. And finally, for the last 3 transits to complete all our diverse testimonies, right? Which will yield a full synthesis once I'm finished these 3 here. All righty, so we have sunrise actually occurring here at 0723 minutes and 3 seconds thereafter, right? So have the sun there at 6 degrees, Aquarius 31 minutes at sunrise. The first transit, which is happening previous around 0142 minutes, is Luna squaring. Luna is squaring Saturn. Right? And so with that being said, we will get that there. See 0141 minutes and 46 seconds. We actually have Luna in the first house in Scorpio. All right. And we see that we have Saturn here in the fourth house in Aquarius. So when it comes to things where you want to actually activate, there's a challenge in overcoming the obstacle, and you will overcome. Really activating those things. And some people will be like, oh, well, the moon is in its fall. The moon in my studies, I think actually moon in Scorpio actually does great when it becomes like how we transform Pluto to Minerva kind of energy. That's a reference to Isabel M. Hickey's book. So you guys can, check out Isabel M. Hickey and check out her book on astrology. It's a few of them out there, but I can't, at the top of my head, I'm just really trying to think about it. But if you just type in Pluto and Minerva, Isabel M. Hickey, and you'll see which book it's referenced to. I know it's in our astrology library. So, Luna, again, dealing with that, not digestive energy, because that's more of Mercury, because Virgo, deals with the intestines and nervous system. However, when it comes to food and eating in the early childhood home, so to speak, that's what moon rules over, as well as, like we said, the people and the waters and the subconscious mind, especially when it comes to things here. Dealing with Scorpio, which also is looked at as things that are occult. However, Scorpio is also, I would say, it's not necessarily a quote unquote negative sign. I would say Scorpio actually is just very highly sensitive and intuitive, and can actually probably see things not only before they happen, but actually can have a plan before things occur. So here you may kind of have a "that's so Raven" moment in order to overcome the obstacles that pertain to the area of things you may, want to, have be, that's different in the home, something that's innovative in the home, especially when it, comes to probably how you're practicing your diet, really according to the things that you have been studying pertaining to astrology and other so-called occult knowledge, because Scorpio deals with the occult and Aquarius deals with astrology. Alrighty, so Scorpio, we can almost say, is the occult area or psychology area, right? So people dealing with mental health here. Alrighty, and just to give quick reference, if you just wanted to take a peek, right? Around 14 degrees, if we will move this up 14 degrees, right? It's really dealing with business. Okay, so Scorpio at 12 degrees, 16 degrees deals with business. This would be well past 15 degrees, so I'm not going to refer to this fixed star. All right. However, I would just kind of look at it and pay attention that 14 degrees, Scorpio is dealing with business. Alrighty, so again, 7hillstar.com, guys, come and get your astrology readings. You know that when you come and get your readings from us, it's an AstroLiteracy session. It's not just some fly by night, let me be quick, and I just, all of a sudden came along and I'm sharing, stuff like that that's pertaining to astrology and occult references. Now, we're going to make sure you get the thorough comprehension based on whatever it is that you're seeking. And we will provide you what you need that's necessary so that you may continue on your journey in your self-studies, all righty, and your character development. Moving forward, I would like to go with Luna trine Neptune being the next aspect here. So Luna 120 degrees in aspects. All right. We're looking at still for the 26th January. This is Odin's Day, Woden's Day, right? Mercury Day, Wednesday, 26th January, 2022, at 11:47 minutes and 19 seconds thereafter. All righty. So some would say 11:47:19 a.m., right? That's anti-meridian Eastern. All righty. So we are seeing Luna here on the 7th house cusp setting at 21 degrees Scorpio, 16 minutes within the 7th house. So maybe when it comes to things dealing with relating to others and partnerships, maybe when it comes to your partner, maybe there's a settlement that comes to maybe the emotions that are there. Means for us to maybe start, if you wanted to just take another quick peek, right? And I bring this down for you, I think a little, right? 21 degrees, you see, is dealing with the bronchial tubes, right? So you guys may find a way to breathe easy, right? Don't, lose your emotions. Don't be so possessive. Breathe easy in relating in your relationships, because when you go to relate and go to inherit those things from the maternal source, right? You'll be able to allow yourself to enjoy it as things are setting for you, as far as the emotions and the waters that are within you as you're actually, approaching after coming off that square with the moon. The light is decreasing, so there's a means to be able to actually see what your partner or your loved one or whom you're relating to is actually saying, because they are sincerely giving settlement to things that appear to be hidden, so that you can be able to relate to them and allow yourself to find harmony in things that have been instituted seemingly to allow you to expand and find your fortune. And a lot of this is being shared in groups over the internet, electronically, of course, through the wire. Saturn ruling over the 11th house within Aquarius from the 10th house, which really just shows that when it comes to the information that has been instituted and shared, when it comes to especially astrology, you guys are really going to be able to see the value. I, affirm that people will be automating, sharing their resource energy with us with 7 Heel Stars. You guys are going to really see that we're really going in and doing the research and really doing the work to really bring about that healing within our communities. You guys really come to us and see how you can utilize astrology in your life, because it's not just doing astrology here online. We are actually giving you guys an opportunity to have conversations with us when you book your AstroLiteracy session, so that we can give suggestions also along with reports within our video reports, because we do sessions with you. If you would like to do the Zoom session, we actually not only give you the pertaining reports, but we'll also give you the Zoom video so that you can record it. It's always good to have your reading recorded. All righty. And that's what we've been doing. It's been my practice for, past few years. All right. So with that being said, let's continue. Let's move on. All right. Here we go. Let's move forward. And this is the last one, guys. We're wrapping up here, and then we'll yield the floor, guys, for our last transit for the 26th January 2022. Luna is sextile Pluto. Hey, there's a growth opportunity aspect with the planet that is the co-ruler with Mars, because Mars is the ancient ruler for both Aries and Scorpio, and Pluto is the contemporary co-ruler. Depends on which branch of astrology you use and how you see things, right? Because a lot of times, a lot of terms are utilized in cross branch situations. However, I know that people have made different, branches of astrology from their mind and from practice, and due to different things that we have researched from texts that are our ancestors' memoirs from, much earlier in time, let me say. Alrighty, so what we'll be able to do is allow ourselves to really just grasp the vocabulary and things in the practice, but we'll never forget it's only one sky that we're all observing. because when it comes to astrology and looking at things based on us taking sticks and drawing things in the sand and or dirt as we're observing things with our bare eye from Sun to Saturn, because past Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto are vague. You can see Uranus if you're in a really dark spot and Uranus is like, the sun is opposite Uranus. You're like, oh, hold up. I can see, like if when the sun was transiting Scorpio, you probably could on a really, there's not a lot of lights around you at all, or none at all, and you're in a so-called dark area. You could probably focus on Uranus if it's not cloudy either. But you would really need to have kind of a good eye. A telescope would actually bring it out also. And apps like Night Sky will assist you too. As you guys saw, because when I, checked the weather reports in some of the earlier videos for, Astrology Street, where I did the 1 minute weather report, you will see that Night Sky was, what I used a lot to show you guys the astronomical reference to what I was doing for the tropical reference. All right. So here we go. In moving forward, Luna being sextile to Pluto. This is our last aspect, 2100, 9 minutes and 25 seconds thereafter. We completely see that Luna is here in the third house, right? So we're definitely being able to communicate that, that secret. Someone may have a secret that they want to share, all righty? And then being sextile to Pluto, it actually brings about a way of really structuring and transforming things for children, right? People are going to be really looking at it like, like I'm gonna say it like this, right? Because a lot of people are going to actually realize that, a lot of times I come across brothers that are dealing with, and I dealt with it too, you know what I mean? And, taking care of those things also. When you are dealing with people that use corporations or court systems or short-term loan programs and try to hold you to a specific performance to give your energy on a time interval basis, like a so-called month, because of, people not being able to control their temper. And now they've created responsibilities from within themselves that they're trying to get you to transact for on a monthly basis, through some short-term loan program corporation disguised as what they call child support, right? And what you'll realize, guys, that this is one of those transits where, a lot of people are really going to be seeing like, oh, hold on, I get it, especially with this statement that I plant there in the universe, so take heed. People are going to really see that that's another way of breaking up the family and doing human trafficking. All righty. So allow yourselves, guys, to do the necessary research, because according to Title 4D, right, when it comes to so-called child support, that Title 4D program, the Social Security number that they're utilizing, that's not yours. However, it's all accounting. The Social Security number is owned by Social Security, and the acting commissioner for the Social Security Administration is Kilolo Kijikazi. So she's actually the custodial parent for all child support cases that are being exercised here, which is actually law breaking. It's breaking the law, right? When these exercises are being utilized like that. And when you guys speak up competently, right, you will find ways into thinking about, all you're doing is just writing yourself out of that jurisdiction where people are adjudicating on you like vampires, so that they can be able to draw finances by utilizing the Social Security account numbers and QSIP numbers, right? To be able to withdraw those things, because they are doing it based on, oh, you don't know accounting practices. You don't know basic concepts in accounting. And I'm telling you, these are one of those transits here where I really see that the people will not allow themselves to be infiltrated by agents that are seeking to, do untoward things behind the scenes, because therefore Pluto is going to be like, you know what, that's a no, right? Pluto's just sitting at that door at the fifth house, right? Like, that's a no, right? We're going to actually reveal to you the way that you're really misperceiving fifth house energy, which deals with, pardon me, creativity. So everyone had to go and be creative about getting themselves from under the auspices of agencies that are utilized from people doing family feud situations, because at the end of the day, the only people that have wombs and uteruses, you know, fallopian tubes and ovaries, those are the only people that have children. Degenerate females or the sons or males don't have children. I know, learning curve, guys. So what you'll see here is a lot of, you know, using the court systems and things like that. That's going to be ding, ding. That's going to be done. And the only reason I'm pointing that out, you're like, whoa, what? But that's not seventh house energy. What does that have to do with Venus? How are you saying? The reason why I'm saying these things, because I'm looking at business, behind the scenes business, and the psychic impulse I got was that someone, you know, actually seeing like, whoa, hold up. Yep, we can't do this. There's way too many people speaking up. We're going to have to, you know, find another way to try to take other people's property. Pluto, other people's property. Scorpio is other people's property. So when it comes to debts and communicating, you know, because from the third house, fifth house is also a communication house from third, 1, 2, 3. So we're communicating these things and bringing the central ideas that will actually transform these things. It's another, hey, now that you've watched Jupiter ascending and you're actually putting pieces together from having clues pertaining to your studies from different places, now you're able to keep yourself protected in trust from vampires that in the Matrix are called sentinels, right?
Of
But
all
vampires,
forms.
yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying? So that you'll be able to allow yourself to have peace of mind, because you are clearing yourself from people who are only using language and accounting practices, agents pertaining to the Roman Curia, to be able to rob the people of their life's energy and resources. All right. So that's how I really see this whole moon sextile Pluto. You guys will be able to see the fruit come from you knowing how things work behind the scenes. And now it's an opportunity for you to grow and bring forward that which is necessary for you. You are no longer a minor mind. You're a major mind. Declare and proclaim your nationality. Nationality is the order of the day. All right. So shout out, as always, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali and Charles Mosley Bey and all active Moors worldwide. Straight up.
This is, with this, when you said that, like when you, your last few sentences, it made me think like, it's just basically be careful, Moors. Your own people in turbans and fezzes will try to put you back into slavery.
Right. Yeah. So study, man.
Islam.
Really,
that's quoting Drew Ali. Oh, yeah, go ahead, Ethan.
Yeah, Islam. So that way y'all really see this is universal. It's not no club membership stuff for real. We just, learn from the school of thought we learn, and that's why we present ourselves thus. So let me stop the screen share here. All righty. So how was that, guys? And plus we're going to send this out too. So guys that get this, you come and see this later. Pardon me. See this later. All right, and you get the email from us. Put your comments in there. Let us know how you feel, how you see it. If you're an astrologer or a tarot card reader, let us know what you think for those days, right? And put in the comments. Be kind.
Your testimonies, huh?
yeah, be kind, right? All right, so with that being said, let me come back, I think, here to this, and I'm going to share my screen so that we can close on out, right? Did I do that correctly? Start broadcast, right? So we can all see right here, right? All righty, we're going to take it here. And we'd like to thank you all, right, for joining us for our 7 Hill Star Astro Calendar, 7-day Tropic Medical Astro Weather Report for March, Aries 2021 to February, Pisces 2022. And I'm going to get on designing the next calendar so you guys can get your hands on it. Time never was when man was not, and we're quoting El Hajj Sharif Abdul Ali. doing religious corporate activity sincerely by affidavit, via affidavit, being prophet, noble, true, Ali. Gratitude indeed, and peace be unto you all. Any questions, comments, and or suggestions? Brother Sean, are you still doing your live readings? What's going on out there with all you guys? Is there anything going on in the physical? All right.
I guess I'll keep that private.
All right. Now I just didn't know. I didn't know if you playing guitar somewhere. Brother Sean, like, yeah, man, you know, I'm gonna be doing readings, you know, it's all good. You guys can see, just check the description. Of course, go to 7hillstar.com, go to our about page when you would like to get your hands on things. What I missed? What y'all saying? What I missed?
No, I'm having a little inside jokes in my head, man.
Oh, all right.
You know,
all right. Indeed.
Yeah. Circle 7 though, please. Holy Quran, Circle 7. Do yourself a favor. Treat yourself, and treat yourself to a reading too. Seriously, I'm not saying that so you can fucking give us monetary gain or whatever. No, it's really for your next level. Okay, like we're all going to the next level as beings. We're all ascending. So, you know, just knowing yourself, know thyself, man, know thyself. That's a key to life. So now you have the key to life, man, know thyself. So open the door, right? Seriously, because no one's gonna open the door for you, Neo. Right?
Yeah.
Islam. I yield.
Brother Sean?
Yeah, just give 7 Hill Star, man. Definitely catch up. I mean, we're just gonna keep doing what we do, but you know, and see what's going and how it's going. So we will be here whenever y'all are ready. So
Yeah, word.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? We already climbed the mountain. You know, we scaled the mountain. We just yelling at y'all saying, watch out for that spot down there. You know?
Don't you
Hey,
want to
no,
feed
son, it's
yourself?
a little slippery right there. Watch out. But you know, we deserve. You know, we enjoy doing what we do. So you know,
Right. Yeah.
things are just steady aligning. So we're just gonna keep doing what we do. That's really it.
Islam.
And you.
Islam.
All righty, y'all. Everyone, enjoy yourselves and look out for that email, guys, as we will be sharing what happened for this live and for our Intuition Monday also. And look forward, guys. The Soul Journey will be joining us this Friday with the brother Corey Sprinkle there, right? Will be joining us this Friday, 21st January 2021. All righty. The Soul Journey is at _Soul Journey. I think that's SOL, right? She only has it as soul like the sun.
Yeah, like the sun. She's
right.
Like, I'm not an astrologer.
Right. So, well, it's the sun journey. So the _SOL journey, right? That Mother Lexi, she will be joining us, right? To just share what it is that she does with Terrell. Because what we've been doing also is we've been, cross promoting with, like I said, we see people that are sincere, even though, we cater to nationals first and foremost. However, we know our charge also is in order to change the people, you must change their literature. And when we find sincere people that are seeking knowledge and wanting to study and they have some business going on also, we have no problem with doing cross promotion, and impromptu improv is, our presentation on Fridays for that. Because it's impromptu improv. It's like, hey, this is random. Let's just do this. Hey, you would like to do this. So, all righty. I yield the floor. We love you all.
Send this to the people you care about. Do that.
Be yourself and donate. What'd you say, though?
Send this to the people that you care about. You do that.
Exactly.
Please.
Please do. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, guys, and just get used to loving people that study. Namaste. Islam.
Islam.